All right. So can I first have you say and spell your first and last name for me, please?
Okay, so my name is Katherine Kyle, Katherine
Okay. Wow. All different spellings. I love
Yeah.
that. And you said you're a senior here?
Yep.
So what brings us here? You wrote a play?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
So it was always something I wanted to do. I love writing, creative writing, novels, stuff like that. And so when it became my senior year, I approached my director, Mrs. Delaney, and I asked, hey, can I put on my show? And she was gracious enough to say yes. So I wrote a little show called The Riveters, and I'm just super excited about it.
What's it about? Tell us about it.
So The Riveters is a 1940s women working in a steel foundry during World War II. And it has a lot of different characters. It has 4 female protagonists, and then also side characters and ensemble characters, and overall they just are trying to find their voice and their why for becoming a riveter, and it kind of comes together with that phrase, I am a riveter.
Oh, I love that so much. What inspired you? What made you want to write about that?
So I've been at Shaw all 4 years, and going to an all-girls school, there's no lack of female strength and empowerment, and I feel that in the broader world, we don't really see that. So I wanted to allow the strong girls that I have grown up with and are my peers the ability to really portray strong female characters and really give the riveters, who often are so often shoved in a box, like the classic Rosie the Riveter, and just to give them a better voice.
I love it. And what is it like for you to see this kind of coming together? I mean, there's choreography, there's people who are getting ready to read some lines. I mean, what is it like for you to see the finished, to see the, you have it written out and kind of see it now come to life?
Yeah, I think it's really special. It's kind of like a dream come true. Our director always talks about her vision, and you never really get it when you're in that level, but when you actually see the dancing and the scene work and the characters, and you see the props and the costumes, and it just all makes it so real and so true, and that's just one of the things that I really love about storytelling.
That's amazing. And how long did it take you to write?
Great question. So between college admissions, it took me a lot longer than it probably should have, but I think it might have been like a year. I started last January, and I finished some edits like a week ago, so.
So it's still a work in progress,
Yeah.
but it's about time.
Yes.
Wow, that's exciting. I love it so much. And now it's going to be entered into some kind of a competition, like it will be performed?
Yeah, so we'll be going to the Connecticut Drama Association Festival, and I know our amazing president will talk to you more about that, so that's great.
Yes, okay. And your role, you're actually in the play as well?
I hope to be. We haven't done any casting yet, but I do have my Lin-Manuel Miranda Hamilton character.
Perfect. I can't wait. We're going to do a read through today?
Yes.
Great. Anything else you want us to know about it? Just what you put into it? Anything else you want us to know before we start doing this? We can always come back to it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Thank you. That was perfect.
Perfect.
What you did. That was great.
Okay.
All right. So
Sure.
can I first, and you'll just look at me.
Sure.
Pretend the camera's
Yeah.
up there.
Okay.
Can I first have you say and spell your first and last name for me, please?
Mary Lee Delaney, Maryllee.
Is that 2 words?
It's an inner cap, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
upper Mary and then
Okay.
upper Lee.
Okay,
And then Delaney, Delaney.
Okay. And what is your title here?
I am the director of our theater program here at Sacred Heart Academy.
This is really exciting, what you have going on.
This is thrilling. We're just coming off our musical, which was the New England premiere of Once Upon a One More Time. And so thematically, that musical was all about writing your own story. And then lo and behold, I have a senior who wrote her own story, and that's what we're doing. That's the play that Katherine Kyle wrote for us this year.
That's amazing. Is this new? I mean, have you taken a student's work like this before?
We've never produced an original student work, so this is absolutely thrilling. We're going to workshop it here with a group of our talented actors and our dancers, and then we'll take it to competition at the Connecticut Drama Association later on this year in March.
And other schools that you'll be up against, you said, are kind of bringing probably stories that have already been, that are already
Sure.
known?
The CDA Festival welcomes any one-act play. So the CDA Festival welcomes any one-act play. Usually they are already known works and published works, although certainly in the past we've seen some of our friends from other high schools, and there are about 15 other high schools that collaborate on this. We've seen them bring original student work, but Sacred Heart Academy has never had an original piece. It's thrilling.
Oh my gosh! And how about the message of the story? Do you love the plot?
I
you read through it. What did
love.
you think?
I was blown away. I love what Kyle did. I affectionately call Catherine Kyle, just Kyle. So I love what Kyle did with this piece. I think it's so important for us as women, as people, before we move forward, to look back. And so she's asking all of us to look back and become these incredibly strong women from another generation, from the 1940s. And that's thrilling. And she's added into that the component that they did have a sisterhood and they did have fun. And so there's a great opportunity for learning about period dances like the jitterbug or the Lindy Hop. And that's really exciting for our dancers in the school.
So tell me, is this a theater class or like a club? What is this happening here?
I feel like theater arts at Shaw, it's just a way of life. We have over half of the school that participates in our theater arts program, either through the musical, Shaw Musical, or we call them Shaw Cruisical, learning about all the other aspects of technical theater. And then Drama Guild is its own special creation that tends to be a smaller group of about 40 students. And they work on that from the time we bow in our musical in November straight through till the end of March.
So is this a class during the school day, though?
It is not, no. So this is
Okay.
all after school. This is all on their own. These students are freely choosing to really hone their skills and pursue their theatrical arts. And we have so many students who go on to study theater in college and then go on to work in the performing arts beyond that.
Wow, that is so special.
It's amazing. For me as a teacher to have that front row seat to their lives and their voices, it's just thrilling.
And you've been here doing this here, you said over 20 years?
Yes, I can't believe it. When I started, I had just had my first, who just graduated from college. It's wild, but I will tell you, every year our theater program just reinvents itself like a phoenix. You think, what are we ever going to do when that class graduates? And then you look behind them and there they are. It's incredible.
Wow. And so what's the plan from this point forward? You have to cast it, right?
Sure. So with any new play, you go through a series of revisions and closed readings and then scripted readings, and eventually it will really find its own life. We'll cast the show, we'll work on it for about 3 months, and then we will perform it here at Shaw, and we'll also take it to festival.
Great. So what are we seeing today? We're just kind of reading through it.
You're
This is the early
here.
stage.
This is so exciting. You're here at the very beginning. So we're going to drop in with some of my amazingly talented actors. They're working on scene 5. So we're going to see a little bit of a staged reading.
Perfect.
It's great.
Thank you. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you. All right, awesome. Okay, all right, 3, 2. An original story coming to life on stage, created by a local high school senior. I'm Laura Hutchinson in Hamden with What's Right with Schools. Yeah. An original story coming to life on stage, created by a local high school senior. I'm Laura Hutchinson in Hamden with What's Right with Schools. Okay. You said go over one more?
No, I'm good. No,
Oh, okay.
Go on, I'll come back that way just a touch. Oh, perfect. That's perfect. Okay, you're rolling.
Okay, 3, 2. The show is in its early stages right now. It'll evolve and they'll cast and perfect it between now and March.
Cool. Can I get one more?
Yep. You can't see me holding this, right?
No.
Okay. 3, 2. The show is obviously in its early stages right now. It'll evolve over time. They'll cast and perfect it between now and March.
Oh my gosh, alumna Shaw Musical. I would pay for that. Yeah, you really can. Shaw Musical. Shaw Musical. I love that.
Do you know where you're going to pick it up from? Right at the top?
Yeah.
The scene? All right.
The shortest scene in the play.
Directions?
Not in this one, because it's literally just a line like this.
Perfect.
Not chorus line, just line.
Right, exactly. Power line, right?
Yeah.
Power line.
It's okay. Scroll Club doesn't do.
Who's the radio report?
Whenever you guys want to start.
After the war, the riveters went their separate ways. The factory was returned to steel manufacturing, and all the women started their own lives anew, with the hopes for a better future.
I stayed in the U.S., becoming a high school history teacher in rural Michigan, where I worked for 50 years.
I returned to being a homemaker and went on to watch my children and grandchildren grow, all while serving my community in a post-war world.
I became one of 2 women in my graduating class at college and specialized in battle fatigue as a leading psychologist.
I became a shift manager at a local auto factory, and by the end of the decade, I became the first female supervisor.
And we went on to open a diner, which has won Best Homestyle Meals in the local magazine 20 years in a row.
Of course, none of us would be here if it wasn't for our time serving our country in that factory. So that is why I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a riveter.
Can you do that part? That last part? I am a riveter one more
Yeah.
time?
Ready?
Just the last line or the I am?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want all of the I ams or just the last one?
Yeah, all of you.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So, I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a riveter. We did it.
One microphone. Do you mind if is there a way for me to just kind of tag that right there?
Do you want me to put it?
Is that going to bother you
No,
if that's there?
it's perfect.
Just got it.
One second. Let's do it. Can you do it from the top?
Sure.
After the war, the riveters went their separate ways. The factory was returned to steel manufacturing, and all the women started their own lives anew, with hopes for a better future.
I stayed in the U.S., becoming a high school history teacher in rural Michigan, where I worked for 50 years.
I returned to being a homemaker and went on to watch my children and grandchildren grow, all while serving my community in a post-war world.
I became one of 2 women in my graduating class at college and specialized in battle fatigue as a leading psychologist.
I became a shift manager at a local auto factory, and by the end of the decade, I became the first female supervisor.
And we went on to open a diner, which has won Best Homestyle Meals in the local magazine 20 years in a row.
Of course, none of us would be here if it wasn't for our time serving our country in that factory. So that's why I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a riveter.